Or shall I? I guess I'll do it. Okay, welcome everyone. This is Chair League Week 1, Season 3, and we have Team Prism versus Team Diving Penguins doing their doing their placement matches. And so I've never seen either of these teams, so it'll be interesting watching them play. Having talked to Team Prism a bit, they said they like to do some unconventional picks, so we'll see what happens. And I'm Dualistic. Joining me is Linehouse.
Hey there, thanks for having me.
Now, Linehouse, you said you played in the Chair League last season, correct?
Yes, I was in Division 3. The team was subject to change. We actually ended up top 4 in that division and got pushed to Division 2. But then we had 2 members decide they want to take the season off. So I'm trying out casting while we're taking the season off.
Oh, okay. So it looks like the away team has chosen Blackheart's Bay, and that's the Diving Penguins. So that is an interesting map. We rarely get to see that in competitive play, but when we do see usually Illidan bans, and Illidan is banned. You can see that ban from the Diving Penguins, and Prism banned Falstad. So the mobility and the Merc capturing ability of these two heroes on this map is supreme, and I am not surprised they are banned at all.
No, and they were pretty quick bans on both of them. Neither team really thought about it seems like.
Yeah, I am just shocked that that Zagara is going to make it through, and there we go. She's first picked right away. She is so good on this map. She is almost impossible to deal with. All the vision she can keep over the turn-ins, all the as well as just dominating a lane by herself makes her such a valuable pick here.
I kind of feel with you, like, to me the top 2 bans should have been like Falstad and Zagara. I mean, I know Illidan can be so powerful, but Zagara with her creep is just so key on this map. And then you see the Zul and Thrall, very next 2 picks. Zul's really good for laning the top and mid lanes, keeping up that pressure. And Thrall's overall just a really good counter to Zagara in the lane.
Yeah, now Zul, one strategy you can do on this map with Zul is you can have Zul take the top 2 lanes by himself, and then you can freely rotate and pressure that Zagara all you want. So that is one good way of dealing with her. And Thrall still loses the lane to Zagara, but not as heavily as most heroes. So they could try to use that matchup.
So looks like Prism has just decided to take Li Ming next. How do you feel about that pairing with Zagara, and so for the map so far?
Li Ming is amazing for this map because all the fights around the turn-in are about poke. Of course, Diving Penguins could go for something where they don't really want to fight at all. And a popular strategy, of course, on this map is to just kind of gather all the coins, exert map pressure so that they have to go away from the turn-in and can't guard the turn-in, and then you just turn in after that. So, but for the turn-in fight so far, the 2 picks from Prism is going to be dominant. Just the poke from Li Ming and the vision from Zagara will help them win that fight every time, I feel, for now.
And now they took Johanna to go along with it. What do you think Diving Penguins needs a ban to kind of counteract what they're seeing so far from Prism?
Johanna's really good against Zul. Of course, you can blind him during his W, and of course Thrall has to come in to do any real damage. So against their pick so far, very good. It's also a good denial ban against to protect their Zagara, because Johanna is one of the best creep clearing heroes. So very good pick there. I really like the Johanna. Now we see Kerrigan being banned by the Diving Penguins. Now she's not supreme on this map like she is on Infernal Shrines, but she does still provide a lot of diving, a lot of teamfight power. So I guess Diving Penguins is not looking to give Prism any more of that. And then waiting on Prism's ban here. I think they might want to squeeze out tanks since they already have theirs, but there are still a lot of strong heroes here on Blackheart's Bay, such as Sonya, who can also solo the camps by herself very early on, and they chose to go with banning a Murden. So, like I was saying, they chose to squeeze out the tanks, hopefully limit the tank options that Diving Penguins has, but they still have one of the strongest tank options in the pool in ETC, and there it is.
Yep, there it is, very quickly too. Do you think they take their healer now, or do you think they're going to wait to their 5th?
I would think they would take Brightwing here, simply because the mobility on this map, once again, is great. If they choose to go to put Zool in the top 2 lanes, they don't have to, but leaving it open for Prism isn't great either. So...
Well, sorry, Polymorph is also very good against ETC's Mosh, so just by taking her, they kind of denied that a little bit as well.
Yeah, see, I think the ETC pick was kind of baited a bit though, since Prism does have 3 powerful interrupts for the Mosh already in Ma, in Wave of Force, and Johanna has both Condemn and Blessed Shield. So, and there you go, there's a Brightwing pick. Very good pick on such a big map. He can soak, he can... of course, the soaking advantage and just poking a lane and just pushing a lane, helping out Zool if he gets caught rotating, and then just joining the tribute fights late. So, and of course, we could see Bribe here. Bribe is not bad on this map. I doubt it; it's not very standard, but my team has taken to trying it on this map for sure. And there's this,
like you said, not the worst map to try that on. And there you go, Sonya. Now they got double tank going. And who do you think their healer will be then to pair with all this?
I mean, very popular soul healers are Rhaegar and Uther. Oh, there we go. There's Rhaegar. So
easy as...
Yeah, so this is a fairly standard draft. Kind of disappointing since Prism's captain told me they might pick something different, or they like to play different things. So we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll have some unconventional talent picks and a Sylvanas on Diving Penguins. Now, looking at this draft,
looking at the 2 teams on the draft, who do you think initially at least won the draft?
I think Prism's draft is stronger.
And why are you thinking that? Is it because of the being able to clear the creeps or clear the waves easier, and also the fact that they have such good ETC denial?
They have the team fight. I think Diving Penguins can win, but they kind of have to avoid team fights. They need to try to control the map, and with such a strong Merc-taking hero as Sonya on Diving Penguins, on Prism, it will be very hard to kind of dominate the map the way they want, especially with Zagara as well. So I think Zagara's lane is going to go even at least, right? So you're left with kind of Zool to try to take the top 2 lanes maybe, but with good rotations they can try to counter that, and eventually if they can force a fight, then Prism should win. But if Diving Penguins can run them around enough and try to avoid fights and just kind of get free damage with Sylvanas and Zool on the keeps without getting a turn in and then turning in when they know that Prism has to defend, then they can definitely win. And all the people are ready in the lobby, so we're gonna start the game. So once again, this is Team Prism versus Team Diving Penguins on Blackheart's Bay for Chair League Week 1. I'm kind of excited about this. I know that Team Prism has 2 or 3 Masters on their team, so should look to see some crisp play from them.
Oh, Master level in a Hero League, you're saying?
Yes. Yeah.
What about Diving Penguins? Do you know what their top players were?
No, I don't actually. I didn't have a chance to contact them. So, but we'll see.
It
should be exciting. Yeah, well, it should be exciting. Of course, this is placement, so it could be very lopsided, or it could be a very good game. I'm hoping for a good game, of course. So,
yeah, that's the problem with placements. You unfortunately never know what you're going to get going in, but that's also the exciting part at the exact same time.
Yeah, exactly. And I know. At least Team Prism, they've been looking forward to this, and they're very excited about this game. So,
I'd like to note as we watch during the loading screen, every single player has decided to hide their Hero League ranking, and they're just trying to be as coy about it as possible.
yeah, does it show your Hero League ranking by default, or just whatever you choose, or
I think it's whatever you choose as your profile in custom games. It's whatever your profile shows on it, or you've chosen to show.
All right, well, here we go. So on the blue team, Team Prism, we have Deck on Sagara, Dr. Smurf on Sonya, Carbon Elite on Rhaegar, Brainy Smurf on Li Ming, and Megalomania on Johanna.
And on the red team, we got Diggins on Brightwing, Pats on Sylvanas, Godzilla on ETC, Z Johnny on Zool, and Miasma on Thrall.
And it looks like early on, they are doing what I suspected, that they would leave Zool for the top 2 lanes and then try and pressure bottom. Now,
kind of looks like Prism's slightly ready for it because they are sending 2 to the bottom to begin.
Oh, I already have to cheer for Team Prism, it seems like, because one of their players said go Canada, and I am Canadian, so alright. Well, early favorites here, but they're getting some damage on the wall here.
Oh yeah, there's a quick assault on the tower, but they quickly back up knowing that there's 2 down there, it looks like.
Yeah, and that's a very common tactic with Sylvanas teams. You can often get some quick damage on the wall, but the sign of a well-oiled team is how quickly they can back up, not getting too greedy for that damage.
It does look like they're going to try to get the Zagara real quick. I don't think there she goes down already.
Wow, all this damage to the wall and Zagara. So, nice pick by Li Ming there.
Very nice. That kind of keeps the pressure off a little bit.
So here we see Sonya taking the chest by herself. Zool will not be able to contest that, and ETC grabbing the bottom chest. Oh, Johanna decided to... Oh no, sorry, Li Ming decided to check the chests riskily. But here's Thrall getting pressured, and it looks like no kill should come of this.
Nope, they all backed off away just enough. But Zool's doing a very good job at the top, keeping up the pressure on the lane.
Yeah, and that is what he's good at, of course. He's not just a 1-lane pusher, he's a 2-lane pusher. With his skeleton trait, spawning skeletons, he can easily keep up the pressure on 2 lanes by himself and clear the waves. Now, who came out of that coin phase, the winners, is definitely Team Prism. They got 9 of those coins from the chest, and they've already turned in all 9 of them.
That's pretty quick. And when those camps spawn a little bit, you gotta imagine the Sonya's gonna start taking those camps. But it looks like Diving Penguins are already pushing in again at the bottom lane.
Yeah, they've gotten so much damage on this wall. That Zool pick just frees them up to do this.
Oh yeah, they're clearly all in on just hanging out at the bottom with their 4-man stack.
Yeah, but
Zagara's doing her best with the Rhaegar trying to hold them at bay, and there's Li Ming trying to flank.
yeah, unfortunately, all that poke that Li Ming can do is kind of nullified by Brightwing's. He's got to be careful taking that much damage. And here comes Sonya on the flank.
Yep, I was wondering if she was going to go for a Brightwing for a second, but she decided to just play it safe, get the ETC, back him off.
Now you see Sonya has already gotten the coin camp on her side, and Sylvanas is starting the mercs on her side. I'm not sure Sonya should have left the mercs to come and fight this. She should have tried and taken the siege.
I think I agree. I'm a little surprised right now they're not trying to get the pyro camp with Sonya and Li Ming, because Diving Penguins is distracted at the bottom, right? They're clearly afraid of Zagara or Rhaegar. It looks like they're just going to go back up top, clear some of that creep.
Yeah, and Sonya is not turning in right here. Okay, there we go. She starts it. She was waiting for some either people to tap or something like that. She was waiting for the right conditions. Oh, she's getting damage on the middle wall. So now that Li Ming has done that, now this turn in should take the fort. And fight break may break out on the bottom. Nope, they're all good.
Looks like they're still pushing pretty hard. They got the siege giants with them. They've taken out both towers already.
ETC is very low. He's got to watch out. He slides back in. I think that's his death for sure, yeah.
Yeah, very much so. And that Li Ming is just chunking them down, but Thrall goes into the counterattack. And it looks like Prism has held them off pretty well. They got to go finish to clean up the Siege Giants. I
Yep.
would say they handled that engage pretty well.
Yes, they did. They pushed them back and got a turn in, so they actually end up getting the first fort despite all that pressure on their structure's bottom. And Johanna is actually keeping up with Zool for the most part on this rotation, so...
It almost looks like she's winning. I mean, look at the XP lead right now for Prism as well. I know it's part of it's the fort going down, but...
Yeah, so... I think Diving Penguins needs to sort out either their rotation or try to make a gank on Johanna, maybe. She is a hard-to-gank hero, but they've got to do something.
Thrall looks like he's picked off.
He's Thrall! Okay, Thrall. So, with that Wind Fury move speed, he's hard to gank sometimes, but yeah, with 4 people, I feel like they maybe should have gotten that. We'll see.
Yeah, I think Greyguard missed a little bit on his body block attempt, as Li Ming was able to snake him down quite a bit. But Prism is doing a fight against their bottom fort, and it looks like they're going to back up to get the chest, though.
Yeah, I think it's much safer to get the chest here instead of trying to push into a fort with 4 people defending it. Now up top, Zool is fighting Johanna for the coins, and looks like Zool is winning. But Zool is getting very low. He should back up.
Yeah, he's got to leave.
Johanna's out of mana though, luckily for him, so won't be able to continue chasing.
She's got Sonya to back her up.
Yeah, Zool needs to be very careful. Now...
Li Ming going down at the bottom.
Oh yeah, with Sonya rotating, Diving Penguins quickly saw that and got a pick on the bottom. So that was really good play from them. So just a quick look at the talents here. We see kind of a full skeleton build from Zool, which helps with the lane stick. A mic check from ETC, which is unusual.
Yeah, that is a interesting one. I don't think I've seen that picked in a while.
Yeah, so he expects to get some major value out of his face melt, but and I guess there are 2 melee heroes, so he might be able to do that.
I mean, there's 3 with Rhaegar technically, but I feel with Li Ming and Zagara, it's going to be really hard to get much value out of that.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe they have some other plan to group them up. Oh, Thrall gets caught, and he should go down. Rhaegar, no!
Brightwing saved him.
Oh, but Rhaegar just kind of walked right past him in the fog. Like 2 ships passing in the night. But they still get ETC, who seems to be the sacrificial lamb this game. And that's the end of the team fight.
That was impressive, though. I am shocked that Thrall made it out.
But to note, that was a 4v5 fight. Zool stayed top the whole time, so maybe things will go differently if they tried to fight 5-on-5, but like I was saying in the draft, I don't think that would be a good plan.
How do you feel about Zool still being up at top, even though they've hit level 10, they're clearly losing the XP battle? Do you think they need to maybe readjust their strategy a little bit?
I don't know. It's very hard for their team to fight. Zool doesn't provide quite that much in a team fight.
Uh-oh, Zool. Here they come.
Yeah, he should go down here. He unleashes his Poison Nova for no reason, but... and they take all his coins. Oh goodness, that is... Well, let's see if they can turn the fight around.
No, another strong... Oh!
Nice sundering from Thrall.
It was. But Rhaegar saved Sonya.
The Blessed Shield comes out. Thrall's in trouble, but he's Thrall. He's going to heal up soon. And everyone's so low.
Yeah, they're all so low, but they still want to keep going, looks like. Oh no, they've all decided to stop and back up.
Yeah, so that was a big team fight about nothing, and Prism got huge value off that gank. I think they got about 7 coins, and that is almost a game-losing number of coins to lose, unless they can get it back. Now what I'd like them to do, definitely, is to try to set up a gank to get some of those coins back off their opponents. Here is where their game plan has fallen off the rails. Their draft has fallen off the rails. They can't control the map anymore and win because they're the ones who have to protect the turn-in.
Right, and Zool at the top has lost both forts, so it's going to be really hard-pressed to have... ETC just started out his Mosh, and it looks like they're going to get the Sonya. Oh no, she gets away.
Oh no, not the whole team just wasn't ready for that Mosh. It seemed like...
he got 2 of them, but they just weren't ready at all.
Yeah, so it seems like out of these 2 teams, Prism has actually been working together much more. They did tell me they've been playing together for about 2 months now, so they do seem a bit more polished with their teamwork, perhaps, or their shot calling structure, maybe.
It does seem like their rotations are much more spot on than Diving Penguins.
Yeah. So we'll see. Oh, Sylvanas has 12 coins. She can't die here. Oh, nice. She waves over the river, ocean, sea,
nice.
chasm, whatever.
And I will say that was a nice non-greedy move. Some people might have tried to get, finish out those pirates real quick, get the coins and get out, but she was like, nope.
Yeah, and we see Prisms turning in once again. They don't quite have enough, but they're smartly just banking their coins, knowing they have the lead. The only way they can throw this game is by giving up their coins to the opposing team and having like a 10 coin swing or something like that.
And actually, I was going to ask you about that. You see that Diving Penguins has had enough coins for quite some time to turn in, and has not really even tried to do it. What do you think they're trying to do?
Well, like I said, with their draft, they can't really fight into the Prism team. They're gonna get smushed. Even though Zagara didn't go Ma, they still have plenty of interrupts for the Mosh. Oh, and someone got picked. Azul got picked once again. Yeah. So this is showcasing the weakness of Azul in draft. Oh, and they're re-engaging though. Might get Johanna. The Ancestral comes out though.
Yep, saved her again, and it looks like they're going to try to get Brightwing. She's getting pretty low, and she goes down.
Yeah, and the resets from Li Ming.
Yep, and then they're going to chase after Thrall, see if they can maybe get. Or Johanna's going to look like just. Oh wow, ETC goes down. Johanna has Thrall zoned out. And they have a chance to get him down. We think Savant's going to back up for sure.
And that's a 4 for nothing. While they had the turn in, while they had the siege camps pushing bottom, now they're going to steal theirs as well.
Yep, this is all looking a lot like Prism's way. They're up by 2 levels, and it doesn't really look like Diving Penguin has had much chance to even contest much of anything for most of this match.
Yeah, this is looking really ugly. I think Diving Penguins will have to go for some unconventional play to try to bring this one back. Maybe force a fight at boss where hopefully Li Ming or someone squishy face checks it and you pick her first and then get a fight off of that or something like that. Zul is pressuring top.
Yeah, it looks like Prism's going to turn in again, and Zul is wisely backing up. Oh, Zagar.
Yeah, Prism doesn't quite have enough, but they will after getting that coin camp. And if Rhaegar's allowed to turn in. What you said
earlier, right? They're just making sure they're not carrying coins on them ever. They're just turning in.
Yeah, it's very smart. It's not quite the most efficient use of time, but it's very smart for their position in the game.
It looks like Diving Penguins wanted to engage there, but Prism wisely knew they're outnumbered and they just backed away.
Yeah, that was a strange wailing arrow. I guess Sylvanas thought they were going to fight, but Zakara, they could trap her right here if they could. No,
her creep is there, get just enough for her to scurry on away.
Yeah, that move speed on creep, of course, very powerful.
The Prism is coming from behind, trying to get the Thrall.
And Thrall goes down.
And ETC
Li Ming hunts him
down.
Yep.
And another 2 for none.
They did get a turn-in, though, while that happened, so their first turn-in of the game. Unfortunately, I don't think this is going to be enough for now, and Zul is going to die if he doesn't move right now.
He's dead.
No. He has the vision, right? So they can't see him yet, and now they've spotted him, and he should die, yeah.
They took a very smart, wise angle, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and now they're going to take the boss, it looks like.
Yeah, this will be a free boss. There's nothing Diving Penguins can do about this. And
it looks like they're trying to take the Knights maybe to help alleviate some of their lane issues in the top.
Yeah, and wow, it looks like Sonya took focused attack, follow through, imposing presence, spell shield. Any
talents that you see at this point that are out of place to you or seem interesting?
Imposing presence is kind of interesting on Sonya. I don't think she's been getting that pressured by auto attacks much, but at this point, as long as they don't die and they don't give up coins, they're going to win the game. So
that's probably what the thought process is, right? They're like, we're not really in danger of dying, but just to be safe, we might as well.
Yeah, so I think it's a perfectly fine choice. Johanna went the condemn build with Burning Rage, so that's pretty normal, depending on how you wanted to play. I always like that speed on condemn for sure. You always want to catch people, and it looks like Prism is defending the turn-in. No, they're backing
No, they're
off
gonna
now.
go bottom. They're gonna take the camp at the bottom. They're just playing this ultra safe. Looks like they just want to win by cannoning the diving penguins down.
Yeah,
What do you think diving penguins needs to do in order to have any shot at all?
they need to get a pick. There's no way around it. They need to pick someone who's off by themselves, either at the turn-in or setting up a party bush somewhere. They need to pick someone immediately before the fight starts to have any hope. They are on the same talent tier, though. Oh,
Looks like they're
ETC's
trying
way
something.
in front, though. They're way spread out.
Yeah, what's with the team coordination just doesn't seem to be there.
And there's a mosh on nobody.
Well, I think he was attempting to zone the exit, but he didn't even get that completely.
Yeah,
That's just gonna be a wipe almost. Oh, Savannah's gets a wipe, but that
four
might
for
be
nothing.
GG right there.
Bot keep is going down to Mercs, and there is just you can see ETC has said that he fat fingered the ult. So
yeah, that makes sense. That's gonna be game. It looks like.
yeah, unfortunate. The entire game was pretty one-sided. The diving penguins did get a lot of pressure on the bottom wall at first, which was pretty good, but it turns out that the Johanna versus Zul matchup up top wasn't as bad as expected. So, of course, Knight takes pawn is very strong for that, and really well played by Prism. Just knowing they could handle the Zul pressure, and knowing they can take all the team fights and just win the game through sheer map control, kind of out map controlling the map control draft.
I mean, I think the biggest thing you look at to tell is look at the deaths for each team.
Yeah, I mean, 15 kills for Prism and 2 kills for Diving Penguins paints kind of I mean, kills don't always paint the picture of a game, but in this one, you definitely see this is exactly how the game played out. Prism dominated the game start to finish, got all the coins. That pick when they got Zul on the top fort with 7 coins, that was really crippling.
Yeah, it felt like to me that the diving penguins was just kind of caught off guard with the rotations and were just trying to even figure out what kind of strategy they wanted to even try to attempt midway through the game. For you, who would be the most MVP for the match? Who do you think did the most to help their team?
To me, I think Li Ming, from what I saw, did a lot of work. I mean, Johanna, of course, commendable for holding the top 2 lanes by herself against Zul, so that was very important. But Li Ming did a lot to counteract that pressure bottom, even getting them a couple of kills during the laning phase when they were 4 bot trying to pressure their wall. So she was keeping them back with lots of damage, so that keeping Brightwing low so that they couldn't move forward as much as they wanted to. And then in the team fights, of course, she exploded Thrall for a lot of damage and just kind of kept him low and made him uncomfortable to come into the fight at all. So I noticed that Li Ming was hitting a lot of her skill shots, so I would have to pick her. But I mean, it was just in general the team. It was definitely a team effort. I mean, Sonya going to get the Mercs by herself and stuff like that, and gathering all the coins that way was super important as well. So.
I think what's funny to me looking at it, I mean, I understand why it happened, but look at Zul's XP contribution for diving penguins compared to everyone else. I don't think it's very often you see that kind of disparaging.
Yeah, you would see that from something like Lost Vikings.
Right.
Where
I mean, it makes sense for what they were attempting to do, but it's still kind of funny to see.
Yeah, that disparity is crazy, but I mean, Johanna also got a lot of XP. Of course, she didn't die, so she had a lot of map presence over Zul with those 4 deaths. But those 2 kind of XP contributions are kind of dominating the other ones in this game.
Yep.
So congratulations to Team Prism on their first placement win in Chair League Season 3, and I look forward to seeing more of that. I'm going to try and follow this team throughout their placements if they'll